We'll be discussing for today applications of differential equations in growth and decay. But if you're going to recognize the deadline for this activity in WebAssign is already past due. The reason behind that is I have uploaded the video for this topic already. So there's no excuse of saying that we have not yet discussed this. I have uploaded the video already about this. Now, for those who missed doing the activity, you can request extension via WebAssign. You request extension, but it is subject to deduction. Why? Because you should be starting doing the activity already, the summative assessment, which is the case study for the video. So dapat you are doing the project already and it is due March 8th. So you have to work on the video already about the applications of differential equations. However, for higher order differential equations, I have extended the deadline. It is March 15. So for those who have yet to finish higher order differential equations, you can still work on it because though the videos are already there for higher order differential equations, baka naman masyadong madaming topic yung nilagay ko for CO1 for first order differential equations. That is why I'm extending the higher order differential equations. And you might be having you might not be considering the applications for higher order DEs. You might be considering yung first order DEs lang naman as the examples. Kasi dalawa lang yung examples doon for higher order. One is the vibration of springs and the other one is electric networks. These two applications might not be that visible or not that you might not be able to experience yung two applications na ito. Yung electric vibrations at saka yung physical vibrations in springs. So you might opt not to use these applications. But if you do, then very good. If you can visualize these two applications. Yung mga tipong nakasakay ka sa jeep, tapos, ay, ang sakit sa puwet. Nagva-vibrate kasi So, kulang siguro ng damping coefficient. Baka ganun yung gawin yung application for that. But it would require a deeper understanding of differential equations, which is very good. Okay. So for today, you're going to explain the concept of exponential growth and decay using differential equations. You're going to derive and solve the general form of growth and decay models. You're going to apply growth and decay models to real-world problems such as population dynamics, radioactive decay, and Newton's law of cooling. And also, you're going to interpret solutions of differential equations in a practical context. So growth and decay. Basically, the model or the applications that you're going to see with this is, so we will be having applications of growth. Growth means we will be having an increase in quantity over time, while decay means decrease in quantity over time. So for growth, we have population growth, investment growth, while for decay, we have radioactive decay of substances and cooling of objects. The basic differential equation model is the rate at which a quantity is changing is proportional to the quantity itself. That is, dP over dt is equal to Kp, where K is the constant of proportionality. For the solution, P of t is equal to P sub 0 e raised to kt, where P sub 0 is the initial amount. So for this model, for this growth and decay models, we're going to consider that the rate at which the population is changing is directly proportional to the quantity itself. The rate at which this population P is changing is directly proportional to the initial population present. So where P is the quantity, and dP over dt is the rate of change of the quantity. So we have dP over dt is equal to Kp, where K is the constant of proportionality. So if we will be using dP over dt equal to positive Kp, so K is your growth constant. And if we will be having dP over dt equal to negative Kp, so that would be making K as your decay constant. Kapag kaya nating i-factor out yung negative sign, tapos yung K positive, decay constant yon. And then, if K is naturally positive, it is a growth constant. So yung value ng K, positive palagi. Tapos, if it is a positive Kp, yung positive sign times Kp, it means it is growing, it is increasing, you have a positive rate. While if you have negative Kp, meaning yung K minultiply mo ng negative sign, it is declining. So the slope is declining, so it has negative slope. It is decreasing, so it is a decay problem. If we will be solving this, we will be having dP over P is equal to K dt. And this is a separable differential equation. We will be needing a timeline. So your T and your P. Initially, at time 0, the population is P sub 0. And at any time T, you would be having your population P. So we're going to integrate this from 0 to T for T and from P sub 0 to P for the population. So from 0 to T, from P sub 0 to P. What is the integral of dP over P? Ln. So Ln of P from P sub 0 to P is equal to Kt from 0 to T. We're going to apply properties of logarithm. So this would be Ln of P minus Ln of P sub 0 equal to Kt minus K times 0. Applying property of logarithm, so we will be having P over P sub 0 equal to Kt. And to remove this E, so we take the anti-logarithm, so E raised to Ln of P over P sub 0 equal to E raised to Kt. So we now have P over P sub 0 is equal to E raised to Kt, and that is why we have P is equal to P sub 0 E raised to Kt. So this is the model that we are going to use, provided that we know K. What is K? P over P sub 0, 1 over T, tapos ln. Tama ba? From this one, kanina, we have P over P sub 0 is equal to KT. So K is one over T ln of P over P sub 0. So if we just want to solve for K, it is 1 over T ln of P over P sub 0. So this would be giving us two equations, growth versus decay. For growth model, we will be having P is equal to PO e raised to KT. And for decay, we will be having X is equal to XO e raised to negative KT. Medyo pangit kasi tingnan kapag yung population nagde-decline, parang may calamity na nangyari. So let's have it a different variable. Let's not use P. So we have P is equal to PO e raised to KT, while X is equal to X sub 0 e raised to negative KT. Ano yung implication nito? For growth, it would be like this. We will be having a growth factor, K, for which a certain quantity is changing. While for decay, it would be starting from a certain value and decreasing. Can you think of certain quantities that grows over time? So we can have one is the population. Over the years, so if T is your years, you would be having a certain growth rate factor. So the population is increasing over a certain period of time. So say for example, this is the year 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. The population is increasing. Do you follow? Tumataas yung population. Can you think of something that you want to grow over a period of time? Another one would be investment. So if you invest, for example, 1,000 pesos today, next year it should be 1,100. The following year, you want to make it 1,400. So the increase should be relative to the amount present. So if you have 1,000 today and it earned 100 next year, you are not expecting that it is only 100 the following year. It should be 110 maybe, or 120 or 150, right? So that would be for investment. Can you think of other cases wherein there would be a continuous increase or a continuous growth? Continuous increase on the number of cases. Louder. That's correct. Epidemic. For epidemic, February, there are 2 cases. March, there is 50. April, hundreds. By June and July, it is expected to be 1,000 and so on. Diba? So that is how the epidemiologists modeled the number of cases of COVID during that time. Ito yung something na we don't like to happen, but it happened. And they're quite good in modeling it, but we're not proud of it. Yung parang nakuha nila yung tamang model, pero ayaw natin mangyari yon. Kaya ano yung ginawa ng government? gumawa ng mga kung ano-anong policies, lahat ng CQ ginawa. Because there is certain wrong with the Filipino attitude during that time. Yung hindi pwedeng hindi makikipagkwentuhan sa kapitbahay. So sige, pwede kayong magkwentuhan, mag-face shield kayo kahit hindi naman effective ang face shield. Because we want to induce change in behavior. Lalo na pag religion yung problem. 'Di ba Catholics tends to share water dun sa sign of the cross? 'Di ba bago pumasok sa ginagawa niyo pa ba 'yon? Bago kayo pumasok sa church, magsa-sign of the cross kayo, pero may common water doon na sineshare ng lahat. So, for Catholics, hindi yun friendly sa COVID period. So, we want to change that behavior during that time. Kaya hindi mo naman pwedeng pagsabihan yung certain religions lang na bawal kumanta, bawal mag-peace be with you, bawal mag-beso-beso during that time. So, epidemic, what else? Death. What else? Talaga ba? Sige. This is something I'm not sure about. So, expansion of the universe daw. I think this is still a theory that needs to be verified. What else? Poverty? I'm not sure about it. Consumption, so plastic waste. Or waste in general, because if the population increases, it is directly proportional to the waste products. So kung dumadami yung population, dumadami din yung waste products. Let's make it light. Ang lalalim naman ng iniisip nyo, parang mga social issues. Let's make it yung mga TikTok likes and views. So, on the first day, you would be having 2 views or 3 views. Kung sino-sino lang yung friends nyo. Pero pag ano mangyayari? They would like and share these videos. Tapos, yung mga nakakita ulit, they would like and share the videos until it reaches hundreds and thousands. For failing grades, I don't think it is growing at an exponential pace because you can only have 7 maximum number of courses. So yung number of cases na binabagsak mo, hindi dadami ng ganun kadami. Maybe if you have 7 subject on the first term, tapos isa lang yung binagsak mo on the first trimester, hindi ka naman dapat pumasa doon. On the second term, bagsak ka sigurado doon sa 2 prerequisite yung subject na yon. Tapos, kung ganon yung nangyari na pumasa ka dahil sa awa lang at hindi ka naman talaga nag-aral, then it might be the cause for multiple failures. Kaya lang hanggang ilan lang yung pwede mong ibagsak doon. And meron ka pa ring mga ibang subjects like mga mga ibang subjects, yung mga minor subjects na pwede mo pa rin ipasa. So hindi mo ma-reach yung multiplier effect. So I think that's wrong. Nuclear and chemical reactions are a decay problem. Yung effect niya, paunti ng paunti. Hindi siya pataas. Yung effect niya pababa. Production. Because it is related to business, so production, manufacturing, capacities, designs. So this is a challenge for you, the next generation of engineers. Dati, isang chip lang per electronic component. Tapos, as time goes by, dumadami yung semiconductor material per chip. So, ngayon, nasa million chips or million semiconductors na yung present per chip. Yung speed ng processors natin sa computer, dati meron 386 megahertz. Dapat ngayon nasa gigahertz and terahertz na siya. So yung speed niya dapat pataas na ng pataas. So if you can produce, for example, one product per week or per day, dapat if you perfect the production capacity, dapat pabilis yun ng pabilis. You might be doing 100 per day, and then after that, you improve the process and make it 1,000 per day, following certain quality control. So yan, dapat tumataas din yan pag ganyan. For decay, pababa naman. The population during pandemic is decaying. So, yung mga naapektuhan ng pandemic heavily, I'm not sure if it happened, but right now, I think during the time that you're in elementary or high school, the biggest population is in China. Yung pinakamadaming population nasa China. Tama ba? Right now, India na yung number 1 sa population. I'm not sure whether because of pandemic, nasa kanila nang galing yung COVID. So, naubos. Or nabawasan. Or baka nag-blend na sila sa ibang nation. Yes? It is a policy being implemented to reduce the population. It is a policy being made to reduce the population because they are the greatest. Hindi nila ginol. Hindi nila gusto na sila yung number 1 sa population because if you have a big population, ang dami mong papakainin. Kaya nga parang ayaw nating sakupin ng China kasi paano natin sila papakainin kapag sinakop natin, kapag mag-counter tayo na hindi, awayin natin ng China, sugurin na, paano natin sila papakainin? De joke lang, hindi yun issue. We're just protecting our land. Pero issue yun, na pag yung Japan, Japan and Canada, I think, are recommending birth. They want to have, kasi the Japan population is quite decreasing. So they want couples to produce or to give birth na. Tapos, pero yung China kasi, mataas na yung population nila. So, ayaw na nilang mag-reproduce, kaya 1 lang per family. India, I think, don't care because India are Parang nasa thinking class yata yung mga as yung thinking population nila kay nagiging ano sila 'di ba nagiging manpower to ITs and to customer service. Kaya okay sa kanila na mag-reproduce. Sa China, nagkaroon yata ng limited supply kaya ayaw nila na kaya kinokontrol. Okay, let's now have decay problem. Ano naman ang gagawin natin dito? Yung certain quantity na bumababa. Plague. By the way, for growth also, maisingit ko lang. Halimbawa, tag-init ngayon, di ba? So may tinapay kayo sa bahay. Tapos, may nakita kayo mo matcha flavor na tinapay. Alam niyo yung matcha flavor na tinapay? Na-try nyo na yung matcha flavor na tinapay? Na pinagpa-pray nyo na lang na matcha lang talaga siya? Ha? Tapos after lumaki na yung matcha. Tapos doon sa paglaki ng matcha, nagkakaroon na siya ng sariling buhay. Tapos yung dulo nagiging mushroom na siya, no? Tapos may flowers na pagkatapos. So this is another example for growth model. You're going to see the radius of the mold in the bread increasing with respect to time. So parang ngayon nakita mo may isang dot lang ng matcha. Tapos in the afternoon medyo malaki na yung radius niya. Parang medyo malaki na siya. Tapos the following day, yung buong tinapay matcha, ano na siya, source na siya ng matcha. So it is a visible example of growth model naman. For decay, we can also have, aside from plague, we can also have sugar absorption. We can also have drug in blood. So, if yung glucose in the blood, ano yan, pag kumain ka, tataas yung sugar level mo. Tapos, along the day, depending on your sugar consumption, babagsak yan. Yung glucose or yung sugar in the blood being absorbed by the organs. So, sa inyo, hindi na siya masyadong nagpapakita, pero if you're going to have your little brothers and sisters, pakainin nyo yan ng mga 3 bars ng chocolate, hindi nyo makokontrol yon. Tatakbo yan ng tatakbo. Tapos after 1 hour, tulog yan. Kasi ang taas ng sugar level, tapos sobrang energetic, tapos babagsak yung sugar level niyan. Tulog yun pagkatapos. It has the same effect to you, pero syempre, medyo inverter kayo in nature. Ayaw nyo ipakita yung mga nararamdaman nyo, pero nanggigigil kayo or so pag mataas yung sugar level nyo, medyo nanggigigil kayo or ano. Tapos kapag bumagsak yung sugar level nyo, it's either magiging lutang kayo, hindi kayo makapag-isip ng maayos, or parang kinakausap ka, hindi ka sumasagot ng matino. So bigyan mo ng candy yung mga ganong sugar absorption. So halimbawa kapag mataas, kapag pag mataas pa yung sugar level mo, tapos pababa lang siya ng pababa hanggang maging ano. This has the same effect din naman kapag ano, if we're treating diseases. So, for example, if you are under medication for antibiotics, kapag uminom ka ng antibiotics, ang taas ng effect nun na parang masakit sa tiyan. Di ba yun yung unang nararamdaman ninyo kapag uminom kayo ng antibiotics? Masakit sa tiyan, tapos parang and then after umepekto na yung antibiotic, feeling nyo na-conquer nyo na yung sakit. Tapos, kaya lang, after nun, magdi-dissipate yun, bababa yun ng bababa. Kaya parang you're not immune with the disease again. Kaya kailangan you have to do your second dose of the medicine. So kailangan taasan nyo ulit yung dose. Tapos by drinking another shot or another medicine or another capsule, hanggang totally ma-eliminate nyo na yung mga microorganisms sa katawan. Okay? Pero yung effect nun, parang like paracetamol. Di ba pag nilalagnat kayo, pag uminom ka ng gamot ng paracetamol, parang feeling nyo galing na kayo after 1 hour. Pero nawawala yung effect nun over time. Kaya after 4 hours, kailangan mong uminom ulit. So ganun yung effect na niyan. Nagdi-deplete yung effect nung medicine. Kaya kailangan you have to do another dose. Eh bakit di na lang sabay-sabay yung lahat ng medicine? So parang sinuntok ng medicine yung mga organs mo, patay ka naman nun pagkatapos, ma-overdose ka. But we leave that to the experts, the pharmacists and the medical doctors. Let's do with what we do best, science, other sciences. So let's have radioactive materials. Yung radioactive materials like uranium, plutonium, kapag iniwan mo lang siya in open air, it would continuously dissipate according to its half-life. So, magdi-deplete yon, turning into a different radioactive material. It is also being used in the field of medicine. So, sa field ng medicine, paano ginagawa? Radioactive chemicals tends to kill cancer cells. So, pwedeng i-expose kayo sa radioactive. Kung halimbawa, may patient tayo na may cancer, i-expose yung part of the body into radioactive material para ma-direct yung radioactive, para mapatay yung mga cancer cells.